These are 7 of the most insane bullets used on the battlefields of World War II, but what makes them so insane, and do they even work over 80 years later? As long as they don't blow my guns apart, let's find out, starting off with an anti-aircraft 303 British blue tip. Holy shit. Actually, I should probably explain what this bullet does real quick. In case you don't know, this blue tip means that it has a boom boom compound in it.
Boom boom compound?
Yeah, YouTube really doesn't like when I use the dairy word, but anyway, when this boom boom compound comes in contact with something flammable, like a fuel tank or something of the such, well, hopefully we'll see what happens on a mini fuel tank.
Mini?
Yeah, I'm not trying to set the forest on fire today. Also, don't worry, because I have a fireman and a fire extinguisher on hand if needed. Could you act a little more alive? This is not a volunteer fire department. I'm paying you good money to run over and set out the fire. It didn't even look like you wanted to do anything. I'd say they work real well, and you know what else worked real well was this freaking piece of copper right here. Bottle stayed on like a champ, although it did loosen up at least a loop. Now let's check out the TA target plate and see how burnt it is. Not as burnt as I thought it would be, but the bottle, I think, tells the whole story. But then again, that was kind of cheating because we were shooting a hard plate, so obviously it was getting nice. So let us make it a more accurate representation, followed up by some ballistic gel to showcase what really went on inside an enemy fuel tank. I guess it'll also show us what would happen if somebody was hiding inside the fuel tank. I mean, not super likely, but things are about to get messy. I hope that looked freaking awesome, because walking up, the block literally melted onto the steel right here. I mean, that must have been a hot flash. And I mean extra hot flash, because there is a nice burnt streak going through the whole freaking block until the bullet stops right at about the 13-inch mark. After going through 3/16 of an inch of mild steel, that is freaking impressive. But the Brits weren't the only Allied powers equipped with anti-aircraft blue tips. I mean, I don't even know if they had the most insane option on the battlefield, because if I know America, I know we like to do it bigger. And this 30-06 blue tip sent over by EMACS Tactical is just that. But does that mean a bigger fireball? And does this thing even work? I would say bigger fireball is an accurate description. I mean, just look at my TA target gong. It is freaking cooked. That's the kind of burn marks that I'm talking about with a boom boom compound. But anyway, the bottle, not too much left of it. As you could see, it melted right around the copper. So when in doubt, just break off the copper. Ballistic gel fuel tank representation, anyone? Well, that's what we're doing. I was like, don't you do it, don't you do it. If you know what's good for you, you better stay on that damn table. Luckily it listened, barely. It threw a tantrum on the way, and here is our piece of steel. I think, oh crap. Oh, that is a warm piece of steel, but I think I'm a little too accurate here because it overlapped with one of the other shots. Still, I think that was enough to set it off, because as we can see, there is another burn streak in there. It just headed straight for the table, so I better check out, I don't see any new marks on the table, so that's a good thing. Looks like the bullet definitely exited the block, though, or at least a portion of it did. That is freaking insane looking with both of them stacked on top of each other. Anti-aircraft dairy rounds are cool and all, but what if I told you that some Russian snipers were equipped with an even more insane bullet?
Wait, what?
That's right, snipers, not planes. They were equipped with the Russian PZ Ploder. And according to EMACS Tactical at least, this is one of the rarest 7.62 by 54R bullets out there. What makes this one different from the dairy rounds that we've already shot is that it should have a much more reactive and much more violent boom boom compound inside of it. Whether or not this is actually true, though, let's load up the good old Mosin to find out.
A sporterized Mosin.
Yeah, I would say those snipers were equipped with an insane bullet. Hey, Fireman Terry, you're slacking. There is still a fire over here. Aren't you going to do anything about it? No. Freaking ballistic torsos, what are they good for? Anyway, let's check out the TA target gong. Holy shit. Holy shit. Actually, I'm going to try and not breathe that in. Just give me a minute. No, Terry, don't worry about it. I got it under control. Anyway, let's check out our TA target plate. I can't tell what exactly happened on here. I mean, it looks like something was bubbling. I don't know if that was the gasoline that spewed out or what that was. I can tell you I would not want to be on the receiving end of any sniper equipped with that. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of any sniper with any bullet, period. But if I were for some reason with this PZ ploter, what would that look like? Well, I guess I should say if I was wearing a 3/16 inch piece of mild steel as armor, maybe? I don't know. Okay, wow, I saw a massive fireball, even with my naked eyes, or sunglass covered eyes. And it looks like we have a brand new hole on this piece of steel. I am trying to aim for the center because I really don't know where these rounds are, and I only have 2 of each. Now I have 0 of each, but here is the massive, and I mean massive entry on this ballistic gel block here. Let's check out and see the wound channel potentially from the side here. And oh wow, that fragmented like a mofo, and everything got burnt. I mean, literally everything got burnt. This was the 30-06 and the 303 stacked on top of each other, and the 7.62 by 54R looks basically exactly like those ones. That's because I was looking at the 30-06 and the 303. Apparently I was all discombobulated out there, so I'm doing a voiceover right now, and the absolute deepest point I found on the 7.62 was about 10.5 inches. Easily the most insane of the 3. Safe to say, I would not want to be on the inside of that fuel tank. This is the 7.7 Japanese HE.
HE?
Yeah, again, YouTube will bend me over and do whatever they want to me if I use the words in the video. So HE stands for High Boom Boom Compound. Supposedly this is the most insane boom boom compound used during World War II, at least with small arms that is. So let's find out. And instead of our little gasoline fuel tanks, we are going to be firing at air freshener this time around. Hawaiian scented air freshener. Nothing against Hawaiians or anything like that, but supposedly this stuff is really bad to breathe in. It's also extremely flammable as well. I mainly did this to get it out of the house because I don't want anybody using it, and don't tell the missus because she doesn't know. Well, I got one of the 2 that I had to work, and oh, a giant Hawaiian mist blast right to the face. Holy shiteballs, it got me anyway. And I'll be honest, guys, I hope that looked cooler in slow-mo because this was pretty freaking underwhelming real time. I mean, definitely not worth having to breathe in all that garbage. Anyway, let's check out the steel over here and see. Oh man, it left a nice little crater on this AR-550. I mean, I'm at 25 yards, so I shouldn't be shooting it this close. But I really don't see any new burn marks or anything. In fact, it might have even taken more of the burn marks off. Unfortunately, that was the only round that I had that worked, and I think that proves the point that boom boom rounds are pretty freaking insane. But what happens when you need an insane fireball and insane penetration? Sounds like you need an armor piercing dairy round, just like the Russian 7.62 by 54R B32. This round features a hardened steel core, just like most of the other armor piercing rounds from back in the day, but it also has a boom boom compound mixed in with it. So this is a pretty spicy round, and you may actually remember it from another video where I tested it against 1 inch of steel. So let's see if 3/4 of an inch, otherwise known as a light tank sidewall thickness, is within reach. Say goodbye to white paint, at least, you know, in this section of the plate right here. My gosh, centered right on the money in between the posts, so at least it's accurate. Let us check out that hole right there. I guess I should check the pinky yeah, pretty freaking terrible, but that's usually the case with the armor penetrators. Anyway, oh my god, it didn't go through a freaking 3/4 inch plate. I didn't think I'd have to say this, but I guess we'll bump it down to 5/8 of an inch. If it doesn't go through that, then this bullet sucks as an armor piercing round. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cooking for being an 80-year-old or 80-year-old plus bullet. That doesn't mean it did anything substantial on our plate down here, but we shall see. Alrighty, it looks like we got some burn marks. Terry, or Fireman Terry, do not get too excited. Obviously, nothing is on fire right now, but let's check out our hole right there. Looks like we got a little cock blocker. And yep, it is basically flat with the steel, but that doesn't mean it didn't go through. So let's us check out the back, and it better freaking hope that it went through this 5/8 inch piece. Okay, well, at least it could go through that. That is one pretty freaking clean hole. I guess that bullet can keep its armor-piercing title, but if I am being completely honest, I'm pretty disappointed with that one, so I think we need to step it up to the American version to see how it's really done. This is the M14A1 sent over by EMACS Tactical, and this is supposedly one of the spiciest bullets on the battlefield of World War II. So let's step things back up to our 3/4 inch plate, and then we can work our way up if we need to. I am hoping that the American version is a lot better. I mean, it should be, though.
Говорит кто?
A slight bit faster than the Russian round, and based on what I could see back at the bench, the fireball was definitely a lot more insane. I don't know that for sure, but that's what it looked like to me. I don't know if you're going to believe this or not, but that Hawaiian mist is still reaping through the land. I mean, that was a terrible idea. But anyway, the bullet looks freaking awesome. I don't know if there's brass in that jacket or what's going on there. Pinky test is freaking terrible, but that looks like a somewhat tiny penetrator. Now let's check out the back. Automatic feature is on. Okay, it's not falling, but, oh shit. Well, this is awkward.
Действительно.
Ho, time to break out that 5/8 inch piece again to see if it'll at least do equally as good. Every damn time I open my mouth. Nicely done, right in the cluster, and if I am... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh my gosh, let me see if that impacted with anything else, but things are not looking good. Oh my gosh. What in the hell is this? Well, at least the flash looked bigger.
Кому нужна вспышка?
That's it. I think we need to take the AP title off of the 30-06 round. Forget all the bullets we've shot up to this point, though, because this is easily the most insane and one of the rarest, if not the rarest bullets used during World War II. In fact, it's so insane that I had to make an entirely different video about it that you may remember. And one of the biggest complaints that I saw,
I don't complain.
sorry, suggestions, was to film it with a slow-mo camera. So let's see if we could get a better slow-mo shot. Here's to nothing. Oh, that looked like a freaking mortar went off from here. But of course this had to be the one that did not do the spiral tracer trick very well. Luckily, EMACS Tactical just got some more of these ultra rare collectible bullets in. I mean, these things just don't come up. I got a much better shot in the other video I already did though, and I also went into a lot more detail, so if you want to check that one out, I would really appreciate it. And remember, don't let Ballistics drive you bananas.
Wait, when am I gonna get paid for selling all these shirts?